Patreon member shout out. I see a red door and I want it painted black. No colors anymore, I want to turn them black. I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. I have to turn my head until my darkness goes. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve Omi update video. You guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. So, boy, were some Jimmys rustled today. I will get to that, I promise, but there is a couple of things to go over before we get to the Jimmy rustling. Right now, sorry, I just got a phone call. Anyway, Shane had just come out. Shane Isaac from Earth 2, CEO, had gone on and said that he made a quick short video. People were responding to him saying like, hey, you look really happy in these videos. And Shane said, yes, I responded on Discord saying, I've been having a few good laughs with the devs. They just sent me a 10-minute flyover low over the mountains through Europe. Wow, you could go on forever. It was mesmerizing. We just need to find one of the team members willing to sit there for 10 hours and record it, LOL. End quote. So he was talking about flying over, have a flyover from one part of the world to another. Hopefully he'd go over Antarctica and visit Chaveztopia. Link down below for that. Typically it's what some rich people or some people that really want to party do on New Year's. They go on a plane and they celebrate New Year's in each time zone. It is pretty cool. It is pretty awesome. For him to be able to do that, or to have a team member to do that for Earth 2, I think would be really great. I think that would give a lot, big boost to the community. Again, link down below for the game, for my referral code, and Chaveztopia. Moving on here. Speaking of good things for this space at large, we did have Quid. I don't know how many of you guys are in there, but they said that all eligible withdrawal requests were successfully processed this morning. They had tweeted, which is very good for the people that are withdrawing, for the company. Because again, I am rooting for everyone in this space, even though the person that runs this Twitter account that has about 20-ish thousand followers gave a cheap shot at Veve, saying collectors got paid real money over 60 straight weeks of cash out on Quid. Hashtag when MTL. Now, I'm not going to say that it was a lot easier to do this, a year and a half ago, which it probably was for them. Obviously, regulatory scrutiny as being, kind of trying to take Veve out at the heels. Not that they're trying to specifically target Veve. It's just they really want that regulatory compliance. And again, usually companies that try to bring themselves up by tearing others down usually don't do good in the long run. Again, just my opinion. Like, I remember there was a article that was shared the other day from Forbes in 2019 saying Elon Musk is living on borrowed time, the Tesla company doesn't work, it's not profitable. Now it's over $1 trillion company. Clearly people that try to tear others down that are doing exceptionally great things, again, usually don't look good in the end. Also, I don't know how many people are trying to cash out from Quid. Again, they have less than 10% of the amount of followers that Veve does on Twitter, and the fact that I don't see any record-breaking stuff coming in from Quid. I don't see a lot of 5- and 6-figure items. Maybe some 4-figure items, maybe, I don't know. So moving on to the juicy stuff. I'll get to some other stuff later, like, utility for some collectibles that I will be doing. But in a Twitter space called Veve is Dead, Long Live Veve, What Next? Hero Free Zone. That is something I will start to cover more, is the hero stuff. Congrats to Yo Steph, who had last night pulled a pretty awesome card for hero on my stream, so shout out to her. So in the stream, you had Trevor Makes Content, you had Hello K, you had Sam Ellis, who was co-host, and then there was a new person. I won't say the name, because again, as I give, actually I guess it doesn't matter, it's probably a fake Twitter account, called JC, the speaker, one of the speakers. He had come out saying that he was a bot user. Like a bot user, and again, I don't know if that is a true bot user, or if that is someone like from another company, like let's say Quid, trying to drum up some FUD and put up some drama on the Veve end just to try to make themselves look better, because apparently their Twitter person is down for that. When he was talking about bots and saying this and that, I don't know if 100% it was real, if he knew what he was talking about. Again, not my area of expertise. But he had said that what I had speculated, that people that use bots are probably making a good amount of money. I thought maybe, they could make an extra couple grand a month, maybe 5 figures a month. He said in one of his statements that he was making up to 7 figures per month per account Now again, I think that was a little bit of grandstanding there. He had said a couple of things like, quote, "You try and get me banned, I'll put your butt in a spliff," whatever that means, "I'll get you banned too," end quote. As in, they will send you gems, dirty gems, or collectibles gotten from botting to your account if you try to get them banned, if you try to do whatever. So he did have some choice words for Pyromaniac, the one that I mentioned yesterday, that had done all the legwork on a Mutascan and all that. And actually that happened to Cavell Anderson as well. He woke up with like a couple of different bots, a couple of different collectibles from a drop that he didn't go for. I was like, what is this? So I guess they were targeting him for whatever reason. We'll see how that plays out. But basically that's what they do. They send collectibles to people's accounts to get them banned. And another quote, "Some people make 7 figures a month botting on Veve," end quote. Again, I don't know exactly how true that is. That does seem like a lot. But again, let's read in between the lines here. Even if they make 6 figures a month and they get caught, that's 6 figures worth of collectibles that are just, okay, they're burned or they're not accessible. And another quote from this person saying, quote, "I had an account banned that had $1 million worth of value in it and I didn't even care," end quote. As in, this person's probably made so much money, doesn't really matter. I did hear this person speak for a little bit. They did sound like they were being truthful, at least in that part. They were making some obscene farting noises and like the next time they came on. But again, from what they were saying, it seemed truthful. So, and they did sound young. So most likely either living at home or living wherever. Having even 6 figures at a young age is kind of a lot. You kind of feel like you're invincible. And the reason that he agreed to come on, at least on that AMA, that space, was just to kind of gloat and grandstand and say like, hey, I'm doing this, you can't stop me. However, we did have some word on from Hello K, who had spoken, saying that, yeah, there's actually a couple of ways that you should be able to, that Veve can, and I don't know if they should or they're implementing this on the back end, we're not sure. Trevor said a lot of what Hello K was describing was on back end stuff, so I don't know if they're working on it right now, but Hello K said, listen, all you need to do is like a split it up for the drops. You have to give it a 30% of us wait in a queue, 1/3 of us. The other 33% of us are for OMI raffles, and OMI betting. And the other 33% would be betting your master collector points. So even if they wanted, the worst that they could do is they could go and put a bunch of collectibles into one account, and they could go and they can take those master collector points and go and bet those, which again, if they do that and they risk losing those collectibles. So they're probably not going to want to do that. Other thing is that, okay, they make an account and they buy a bunch of OMI and they bet it. Well, worst case scenario there is, yeah, they get the collectible and they buy and they do whatever, but they're also burning OMI. And the other thing is just the minimum of what they would do is just get 1/3 of the drop. Again, if they split it up 33%, 33%, 33%, then again, that's what they get, which is, again, cutting down the bot issue by 66%, at least on those. Again, they can still do the other things, but it does cost them a lot more money. And again, it might not work for them. Might not be worth it if they go and fill up, $10,000 of collectibles on an account just for the points, just to bet them. How much profit are they actually going to make? And even if it works once or twice, that account gets banned. Okay, well, actually lost a little bit of money there. So I do think that is something that I hope is implemented if it's available to do so. Again, Hello K's software engineer, he's very smart. He was on the podcast, so him saying things like that, it's not coming from somebody like me that's maybe uneducated in the type of coding or the type of thing. I was like, oh, they should just do this, and me not knowing 6 or 8 different reasons why they can't do that. Again, coming from Hello K, I think that is probably a good idea. Just my opinion. Moving on here. So Cavell Anderson, like I said, was kind of attacked. He's saying, quote, "Why did I wake up with 11 editions of a drop I didn't even go for? Are these bots?" And then he tags a bunch of people, so, end quote. And yeah, check your guys' stuff. I mean, if you see someone send something to you randomly, and it's like, this is maybe not mine. I don't remember getting this. Check out a tweet. If anything, put in a ticket. Be like, hey, I didn't do this. I think this is a bot that sent it to me. And then do that. I mean, that is a way for the people that have bots to try to go and say, oh, hey, yeah, I have a, he's a bot too, and they try to hide, amongst the masses. But again, hopefully they be able to go and break down on that. Hopefully Veve can. Outside of that, we have Hello K actually retweeted Cavell Anderson's post and saying, "Hey, Veve official, not trolling here, but the new drop system is a chance to restore faith in community, implement facial scan KYC like Binance, and ensure the MCP pool for drops is large." Oh, so he actually wants 40% MCP, for you betting the massive collector points, 40% OUP, the OMI raffle, and only 20% for normal people, in the queue. It says large bot farms admitted it would wreck them. Please check it. So again, this is something that, and why Veve, in my last video last night, they had addressed the issue. Why they turned off comments and why I think they aren't 100% concerned with it right now, and you can make the arguments whether they should or should not be, is because maybe that's their plan. Over the we're in Q2 now, happy Q2 everybody. Maybe that's their plan to say, oh, by the way, all of this is being taken care of with a new KYC system in conjunction with a facial scan, which would be really interesting. A little bit Big Brother, but again, this isn't exactly decentralized. This is pretty centralized. Which, again, I know for the old crypto heads out there, you want a crypto to be centralized, but if you want smart money to come in, if you want mass markets to come in outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum and Cardano and come into these altcoins, then you're going to need some centralization. That's the only way they're going to do it. Which, by the way, put the cell phone down for this. Bots are, yes, they are taking things that are worth $60, $90 are getting them, and they're making a couple $100 each because they're selling them for $300, $400, whatever it is. Which is fair. Like, you do that a couple times to make a couple hundred, like $1,000 a day. Yes, it's a lot of money. You can make a lot of money with that. But whales are not concerned with this. Whales are just like, they're going to do whale things. They don't care if they have to pay $60 for something, $90 for something, $400 for something. They will buy it. They will hodl it. Again, a lot of these bots that maybe have had 7 figures worth of collectibles in them that are locked up and essentially burned, no longer in supply. You have those. You have whales coming in, which they don't need to sell. Whales are coming in and buying, not necessarily for profit, maybe in the long run, because that's what whales do. They buy and they hold. They're not doing so. A lot of this supply of these collectibles are really going down, and all of the prices are going down. When you get some more people that come in, especially people like Disney that want to come in, they're going to eat up everything. The prices should skyrocket at that point, especially if, again, in this quarter, they have OMI utility and they're able to implement some of these things. Whales do not care about this. $60, $90 difference between $60 and $400 to whales that are worth 8 figures is the difference between the white stuff that accumulates in the side of your mouth when you're really thirsty and the cockroach. Name that movie down below if you get that reference. That is the difference between that type of money, because they're buying to hodl, they're buying for the long term. Again, that type of money means nothing to them. That was it. So I would just like to say that everyone wants to try to attack like the best person in the room. Like Veve, yes, it is not. They don't have as much function on the app as, let's say, Hero does, as far as trades and being on Immutable X and all that. And again, they don't have some MTL, which again, that global MTL that they're getting should be the type of standard, the measuring stick that other companies will have to adhere to at some point. Maybe they can companies like Recur and companies like whoever else can get away with just having Americans cash out, or just having Australians or UK people cash out. It can only happen for so long, and that only happens when you have a project that's relatively small. Quid, how many people are in there, and how much is their stuff worth? A lot of the reason why bots come to Veve is because there's a lot of money in it. There's a lot of major IP in it. I don't really see that much money in Recur right now. There will be in the future. I don't see that much money in Quid. I don't see that much money in Wax, or again, right now. Could they have stuff in the future? Yes, absolutely. But again, why are they not having as big a bot issues as we are? Because more money is to be made in Veve. Whether you're a bot, whether you're a flipper, whether you are me, like a long-term hodler, this is where the money's at. So again, I'm not worried about this at all. I'm in the short term, yeah, you're gonna feel some pain. Long term, do you think Vive's not going to? Think they're not gonna win? You think in the end this is good? So again, bots is a huge global thing. There's actually a bill in Congress right now to try to get rid of them. So whether that passes or not, that will at some point, at least a version of that bill in the future. So Good guys typically win. Everyone please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashy. Bye-bye, Dashy. And everyone please check out at HeyDavidDon and at King Mavs Forever over on the Twitter. Standoff Chart and King Mavs and ChubbyCat5 over on the Veve app. Kobe Collects and OmiPlayer1 over on the YouTube. Raythax.eth domain name. Kyle Willson, Wendy Stibalis, Veve Las Vegas, Taps Trades, Mars Davis, Legacy of Bermuda, Sodi Pop Media, The Gale, Veve Darklink, and Veve Vibes, all on the YouTube. And please check out at Wet Wizard Veve and Gary O at 1234CA3, all on the Twitter. I love you guys. Bye. Meow, meow, meow.